So, hello everyone. In this lecture, we'll start movement of inertia. Now, moment of inertia is simply a mathematical concept. Suppose this is an axis of rotation and this is one particle having mass m1 and suppose there is another particle having mass m2. So what we do is we find the perpendicular distance of this mass m1 from the axis. Suppose it comes out to be equal to r1, and then we find the perpendicular distance of the second mass from the axis, and suppose it comes out to be r2. So the moment of inertia will be m1 r1 square plus m2 r2 square. The if suppose there are three particles, so it will be m1 r1 square plus m2 r2 square plus m3 r3 square. So we can write I is equal to summation of m into r square. So we can see that m has a unit of kg and r has a unit of meter. So it will be kg meter square. Suppose we can do one or two numericals based on this. Suppose there is a equilateral triangle having each side equal to r and the mass of each particle is m, and suppose this is the axis of rotation and we have to find the moment of inertia about this axis, which is the y-axis. So we can see these particles, we can take this as 1, 2 and 3. So as we know that 1 is lying on the axis, so the moment of inertia of 1 will be m into 0 square. This we can write I1. Now this 2, the perpendicular distance is this much, and as we can see this is 60 degree, so this will also be 60, and this distance will be r cos 60, which means r by 2. So I2 will be equal to m r by 2 square. Now this third particle having mass m is at a perpendicular distance r, so I3 will be m r square. Now if we add all the three moment of inertias, we can get I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3, which will give us mr square by 4 plus mr square, which means 5 by 4 mr square. Now suppose in this case, in the very same triangle, we have to find the moment of inertia about the x-axis. so so I'll draw the diagram again. This is the equilateral triangle. Three masses are there, and this is the x-axis. So this is the axis of rotation, and we have to find the moment of inertia about this axis. So as we can see, for this particle and for this particle, as both are lying on the axis, so if I name this particle as 1 and this particle as 2, so I1 will be equal to 0 and I2 will be equal to 0. And this third particle, the perpendicular distance of this particle will be as shown. If this is r and this is 60 degrees, so this distance will be r sine 60, which means root 3 by 2. So I3 will be equal to m into r root 3 by 2 square. So total moment of inertia is 0 plus 0 plus 3 mr square by 4. So we can see that for the same object, if we change the axis, then the moment of inertia will also change. This proves that moment of inertia is not a property of the body, but instead it depends on the axis of rotation as well. Suppose this is a mass m, this is another mass m, and they both are separated by a distance l, and there is a line which is perpendicular to the line joining the masses and is perpendicular and bisects them. So if suppose we consider this as the axis, so we are asked to find out the moment of inertia. So in this case, this particular distance will be L by 2. This particular distance will also be L by 2. So moment of inertia will be equal to m L by 2 square plus m L by 2 square, which gives us ml square by 2. If we consider the case of a square, suppose this is a square, all the particles have mass m, each side is equal to a, and this is the diagonal. If we take this diagonal as the axis, so we have to find the moment of inertia. Now in this case, if we take the particles as 1, 2, 3 and 4, so we can see that 1 and 3 are lying on the axis. So I1 and I3 both will be equal to 0. Now this 2, if I draw this perpendicular distance, as this angle is 45 degrees, so this side will be a sine 45, which means a by root 2. Again, this particular side perpendicular will again be a by root 2. So I2 and I4 both will be equal to m a upon root 2 square. So the total moment of inertia, instead of this I2 we have to write I4. Total moment of inertia will be I1 plus I2 plus I3 plus I4, which means 2 into m a square by 2. So the moment of inertia will be m a square. So in this lecture we have only studied the moment of inertia of discrete system of particles. If the particles are point masses and they are placed at certain particular distances, then what will be the moment of inertia? We'll read further about the moment of inertia in the next chapter.